Dominic and Marisa Scalabanda. Please remain standing and sing along to the Central Valley School alma mater.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hopewell Stadium. Tonight, your Central Valley Warriors host the Hopewell Vikings. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome head coach Matt Weiss and the Hopewell Vikings. Ladies and gentlemen, your 4-time consecutive section champions, the #1 team in the state of Pennsylvania, the Central Valley Warriors. Captains for Hopewell, number 8, Cameron Fedorka, number 24, Isaiah Pisano, number 53, Gregory Barleon. For Central Valley, number 4, Bryce Wilson, number 6, Matt Merritt, number 50, Sean Fitzsimmons, and number 80, Jack Bible.
Ready? All right.
Hey, and welcome back to another Friday night of high school football here on the Central Valley School District YouTube channel. Tom Hayes with you, along with Ray Freeman, pushing all the right buttons as we bring you Northwest 6 action, AAA football between the #1 team in the state, the Central Valley Warriors, hosting the Hopewell Vikings just down the road. Hopewell, tough year for third-year head coach Matt Weiss, 0-8 on the season, and had a lot of defections and also some injuries throughout the year. Only dressed in approximately 19-20 kids tonight against the #1 team in the Central Valley Warriors, so it'll obviously be a big challenge for Hopewell tonight against the Central Valley Warriors. You're defending WPIAL and PIAA Class AAA champions. Central Valley has won the toss, and as always, they have deferred. So Serafino DeSantis will kick it off from his own 40-yard line. We're underway here at beautiful Sarge Albert Stadium. Short kick to the near sideline, and out to the 21-yard line will be the quarterback on the return for Hopewell is Isaiah Pisano. Had a nice chat with head coach Matt Weiss of the Vikings before the game, and he's committed to try to turn his program around if they give him the time. It's just a matter of numbers right now for Hopewell. They did have some transfers, and a couple guys decided not to play this year, but they do have a very strong middle school program. And the youth is the future is bright with the youth in Hopewell. Inside handoff to running back. That time is Cameron Fedorka, the junior. Got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Matt Merritt comes up with the tackle for the Warriors. Second down, 10 to go for the Vikes. Mark Lyons, the veteran head coach, has been here since 2010. Since the merger of Monaca Center into Central Valley High School, won a WPL title in 2010 in his first year at the helm. Out of the gun is Pisano. Inside handoff, short yardage, maybe a gain of 1.
Number 2, Jacob Broughton, the ball carrier.
Nolan Sachs with the football. He got 2 yards. Third down and about 8 to go for the Vikings, who are wearing the road whites with the gold numbers. Very difficult to pick up the Vikes numbers from our vantage point. We'll do the best we can as Pisano keeps it, tries to get to the outside. He's not going to get the first down, and brought down by a host of Warriors. Spreading out the defensive effort there was Donovan Jones for the Warriors. He got there laterally very quickly. Landon Alexander will be back deep for the punt of the Vikings. And we talked about how difficult it is for Matt Weiss to play with under 20 kids, and conversely for Mark Lyons, it's going to be difficult to figure out how to handle this game depending on how things go with the first team offense here early in this football game. You want to get ready for the playoffs. Punt is almost blocked, a low liner, and now they're going to say they hit the kicker. Don't know if they touched the football, which would negate the penalty, but as it appears, it might be roughing the punter on Central Valley. That could be a 5-yard. It's a personal foul, so that'll be 15 on the Warriors. Evidently, they did not touch the football, so that personal foul will give the Vikings a first down. After they mark it off out to about the 40-yard line. Make it to 41 to be precise. On for the Vikings.
First and 10, Hopewell following their
low snap. Pisano's going to throw for it, and that ball is intercepted by the Warriors. Clear sailing on the far sideline with the INT. 1 block to go and knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. On the interception.
That pass was intercepted by number 3,
Rylan Jeter on the interception for the Warriors, and he takes it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal, Central Valley ball, 7-yard line.
So after the big penalty on the roughing the kicker penalty, Rylan Jeter with the pick, almost a pick 6. They're going to throw for it, pass incomplete over the middle. That is Antoine Johnson in at quarterback. Took over the quarterback spot early in the year against Aliquippa when Matt Merritt, the senior starter, hurt his ankle, and Matt struggled off and on all year. Certainly offensively with that ankle, but played well on defense. Inside handoff to Alexander. He's juking and jiving, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Landon Alexander from 7 yards out. Serafina DeSantis on for the extra point. Kick is up, and that kick is good, so it's 7-0 Warriors with 9:28 to go in this first quarter.
Bryce Wilson, the holder,
crowd here tonight at Sarge Albert Stadium due to the weather and the anticipation of a victory for the Warriors due to the records of these respective squads. So we got a lot of folks watching on YouTube and listening to the Central Valley School District YouTube channel. We want to thank you all for joining, checking us out tonight on YouTube as we bring you Central Valley football, the last regular season home game of the year. Now, if things play out as we expect, Central Valley should receive the #1 seed in the WPIL playoffs, which means that the Warriors would have a bye week next week, and their first playoff game would be at home 2 weeks from tonight. Pairings to be announced tomorrow. On the return is Pisano out to the 20-yard line. Gain of about 11 on the return by Pisano.
Tackle by number 21, DeNiro Simpson. First and 10, Hopewell's ball. Lerno 21. New officials for tonight's game. The back judge is Rich Iocchino. The side judge is Frank Montana. The line judge is Chuck Costanza. The linesman is Ron Turchin. The umpire is Brian McCash. And the referee is John Nudo.
Hopewell with their second offensive series. Sachs tripped up in the backfield. Actually, the turf monster got him. He just fell down on the wet turf. And that appeared to be John Ross with the carry.
Slips for a 2-yard loss.
He lost 2 yards on the play due to the wet turf. Playing conditions, pretty good shape considering all the precipitation we've had in the last 24 hours. Sarge Albert Stadium has a pretty nice crown, so the water does not lay here on the artificial surface. Second down, 12 to go for the Vikes. Inside handoff, nowhere to run. Jordan Karcheski with the stop up the middle.
Number 6, Nolan Sachs, the ball carrier.
Sachs, the ball carrier. Third down, 11 to go for the Vikes.
Game 1, third down, 11.
Pisano on a keeper, he's going to lose yardage. A host of Warriors there on the stop. Jack Bible leading the charge for the Warriors. Sean Fitzsimmons there as well. Big number 50. Had to love that pit game last Saturday against Clemson. Hopefully the Panthers can take care of the Miami Hurricanes tomorrow at noon at Heinz Field. High snap over the punter's head, and he gets it off, and it's going to shank off the side of his foot. Actually, Central Valley blocked it, and the Warriors are going to have excellent field position at the Hopewell 32-yard line. Warriors already leading at 7-0 with a short field to play with here. Landon Alexander with a 7-yard touchdown run to start the scoring for the Warriors. 7:19 to go in this first quarter. Johnson back to pass. Over the middle. Has a man incomplete off the fingertips of the intended receiver.
Johnson's pass intended for Jeter. Incomplete.
Radin Jeter, the intended receiver, couldn't hold on to it.
Second down.
Second down, 10 for the Warriors at the Hopewell 32. Johnson keeps it, Harold's a tackler and gets up a couple yards. That's a scary play there. Yeah, don't know if Coach Lyons wants to see his quarterback jump over a defender like that.
79, Caleb McCoy.
3rd down, 5 to go. Of course, the Warriors in 4 down territory. They'll go for it on 4th down if they don't make it. It'll be Alexander. He's going to get the 1st down and a little bit more. Knocked out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal, Warriors at the 4.
The tackle, number 24, Isaiah Pisano. First and goal, Warriors.
Now it looks like actually Matt Merritt's at quarterback, so the senior getting some looks at QB as well as Johnson starting. Now Merritt on this drive. Merritt's going to keep it himself, and Merritt's going to go into the end zone. Untouched for the touchdown. 6-yard touchdown run by Matt Merritt for the Warriors. So the Warriors taking care of business early on. You always worry about a letdown if you're a coach. You don't want to take any opponent lightly, but it has been a struggle for Matt Weiss and the Vikings this year. Low numbers to work with. The extra point is up, and we got a flag on the play. Looked like the kick might have been wide left. So actually the kick was good, and I'll have to re-kick it because Central Valley had motion on the play on the extra point, so Serafino will have to back up 5 more. He'll kick it from his 15 now.
He's all the way out. He's down by 3.
Bryce Wilson, the holder. Low snap. Wilson does a nice job on the hold, and Serafino DeSantis kicks it through for a 14-0 lead for Central Valley. Back deep in the middle is Pisano with the numbers crunch for Hopewell. They have their quarterback. I think they're on their 3rd quarterback this year. Pisano, the deep man. And that ball is going to go into the end zone for the automatic touchback. Great kick deep there by DeSantis. See if the Vikings could get on track here offensively, down 14-0 early on. In a change of plans this year, the WPIL will announce the pairings, playoff pairings, tomorrow night on Trib Live, HSSN Sports. Usually they have a pairings meeting on Monday night, but they're going to release the pairings tomorrow night online so you can get an early look at things. Pisano on the direct snap out of the gun, gets nowhere.
Pisano. Tackled by Merritt and Sean Fitzsimmons.
Matt Merritt and Sean Fitzsimmons, 2 of the great senior leaders on this squad, on the tackle for the Warriors. It's pink out night here at Central Valley High School. All the cheerleaders in their pink shirts and the football players with some pink socks, supporting Stampin' Out breast cancer as it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A little screen pass in the slot, and that's going to go nowhere. The Central Valley defense is right there once again. Alexander over there, and Jackson Tanya. Fitzsimmons got over there as well. 3rd down and 9 to go for the Vikes. They have 1 first down in this first quarter. It was due to a roughing the punter penalty. Fedorko on the inside handoff, and he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Cameron Fedorka, he's a junior. Jack Bible, the leading charge there defensively. Another punt for the Vikings. Another high snap. This time he gets it off. It's a low liner. Alexander's going to have a chance to return it, and he gets to the outside. And still on his feet. Comes back the other side of the field. Now they close in on him. Pretty good special teams coverage there by the Vikings as Landon gets down to the 34-yard line of the Vikings. Another short field for the Central Valley Warriors to work with. Flag on the play. Let's see what that is. The ball's marked currently at the 33-yard line of Hopewell. Looks like the Warriors are going to be marching backwards. Holding on the play, on the return. So Central Valley will start at the 43-yard line of the Vikings. Two rushing touchdowns early on, one by Alexander, one by Merritt for the Warriors. 2 extra points by Serafino DeSantis. And another whistle. They called it a holding. Now they're marching it all the way back to the Warrior 40-yard line, so this is peculiar. Well, in high school, it's from the spot of the infraction, so I think they're just correcting a mistake on the spotting. Merritt's throwing it downfield. That ball is tipped and out of the hands of Alexander. But in his defense, the ball was tipped. That changed the trajectory of the football. Second down, 10 to go. Keep in mind, Central Valley will more than likely not have a playoff game next week, so there's a lot of things I would imagine that Coach Lyons and his staff want to work on throughout this ball game tonight that they won't get a chance to next Friday night. They will more than likely be visitors somewhere. Pitch back to Alexander. He's got some room. Look out. He's into the near sideline. Down the sideline. He's going to take it to the house. 60 yards. Landon Alexander. He goes coast to coast like butter on toast. 23 for 6. Second rushing touchdown of the game for Landon Alexander, the senior who his mom Zena was telling me he's going to lay low on the recruiting situation until this season. He wants to focus on his senior year, and that's a good way to look at things. Extra point is up and good. 21-0 Warriors. Once Alexander got to the outside, forget about it. He had a couple key blocks to spring him, and that was it. Pisano gets it at his own 5 and loses control of it, goes down and picks it up, and he's going to be hit at the 10-yard line. Good special teams coverage by the Warriors. They're just fundamentally sound in all 3 phases of the game. After the bobbled return, the Vikings will be at their own 10-yard line. Pisano throws it, has it completed. Only gain of 1 on the play. On the reception for Hopewell. Gain of 2 on the reception, so it'll bring second down at 8. New Brighton leads Freedom 6-0 after 1 quarter. That's a game for the playoffs. The winner goes, the loser stays home. No gain on the play. Third down, 9 to go. They might have lost a yard.
Number 2 from the ball carrier, taken down by number 50, Sean Fitzsimmons. Third down.
Big Sean Fitzsimmons with another stop. Low snap. Ball goes into the end zone. That's going to be a safety as Pisano recovers the fumble in the end zone. So that'll make it 23-0 Warriors.
Fumble on the play, back into the end zone. On the tackle, Sean Fitzsimmons and Matt Merritt.
Merritt and Fitzsimmons into the end zone fall on Pisano, who just tried to recuperate the football. He actually saved his team from giving up a touchdown. Sure, he gave up the 2 points, but that's better than 6. Now Hopewell will have to kick it away from their own 20-yard line. And Central Valley will have great field position again. Their worst field position of this first quarter was their own 40-yard line. Got some number changes for Hopewell. We got number 50 kicking off.
Lawrence Gastizel keying it up for Hopewell.
Kick's going to go out of bounds, almost hits one of our cheerleaders there on the track. Hopefully, yeah, she got out of the way. Good reflexes there, young lady. See where they mark the football at.
First and 10, Warriors ball. Hopewell 45.
They'll put it at the 45-yard line of Hopewell. So the Warriors in Viking territory once again. Pass is intercepted by the Vikings. Good pick there. Good defensive play by Hopewell. Coming up with the interception was Zachary Lucas, only a freshman.
Number 22, Zachary Lucas.
by the 9th grader, Lucas, 5'11", freshman for Hopewell with the INT. Used his hands. Good job. Hopewell at their own 47-yard line. First turnover of the football game for the Vikings. And Pisano goes nowhere. Still on his feet, though, and Merritt with the stop. Has a little chat with Pisano.
Tackled by number 6, Matt Merritt. Gain of about 1, second down 9. Ball on the 48.
Pisano rolls right. Pass intended for Fedorko falls incomplete. Pisano only a 10th grader. Wears number 24, so obviously didn't start the season as a quarterback. But due to some injuries, he had to take over. Listed at 6'1", 160. That brings up 3rd down, 9 to go for the Vikings. Central Valley leads at 23-0 with 1:10 to go in this first quarter. Pisano again is going to take off with it, and he's going to be short of the first down. Got to cross midfield into Warrior territory. Jordan Karcheski with another tackle. 4th down and about 6 to go. Let's see how Matt Weiss plays this. I think it looks like he's going to go for it. Why not? You're 0-8. You're down 23-0. You're finally in Warrior territory, albeit at the 49. Trips to the right. Pisano rolls that way. He throws it downfield. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Warriors. Looks like Jeter's going to have it. Jeter's going to take it to the house. And no flags, so the pick 6 by Ryland Jeter will stand. Yeah, let's give him, I would say 55 yards on the interception.
Okay, 62-yard pass, interception for a touchdown. Ryland Jeter.
Now they're going to say more like 62 yards. Public address announcer Mike Rossi does a great job here at Sarge Albert. We'll go with 62. Kick is good. 30-0. The Warriors lead it with 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Well, you know, I don't think you can fault Matt Weiss for going for it on 4th down and about 5, just inside midfield. Your offense has really struggled moving the football, and you were already down 23-0. 0-8 on the season. Let the kids try to make a play. I agree with the call. The execution wasn't there. That happens. Give Jeter credit for making the pick and taking it to the house. Central Valley wearing their Carolina blue uniforms tonight. First time this season we've seen the light blue jerseys. They don't have quite as many of the light blue jerseys as they do the road whites and the home navies, so they have to be very selective when they can wear these numbers. DeSantis' kick down to the 4. Pisano with it. And he's going to get to the outside. Nice return by Pisano out across the 20-yard line. Vikings take over at their own 24-yard line. More than likely the last play of this first quarter. Pisano on the keeper. This kid's playing his heart out early on in his first quarter. That'll do it after 1. Central Valley 30, Hopewell nothing. That's the end of the first quarter on the Central Valley School District YouTube website. We'll be right back. Thank my son-in-law Wayne for the updates. Aliquippa now leading 14-0 over Newcastle in the first quarter. The Quips playing on the pit for the last time because they are more than likely going to play their playoff games on the road, and they are going to renovate Carl A. Ashman Stadium in the off-season. They're going to put in new artificial playing surface at the pit. They're going to tear down the visitors' bleachers and do some nice renovations. Long overdue at Aliquippa, so that's great to see. But boy, the stories that can be told of all the legends that played on that natural playing surface at the pit. Wow. I can think back through my 40 years of broadcasting and the many games that I've called down there, the games I went to as a fan. That place is historic, none like it. And the Quips looking to make a statement against Newcastle. Everyone talking about Bell Vernon and McKeesport tonight. Aliquippa just laying low in 4A. Letting those guys get the credit right now. We'll see what happens during the playoffs. No gain on the play for Hopewell on the run that time. That was Nolan Sachs, the freshman. Sachs, good size, is 6'1", 150. Tyler Ondrusik, the freshman, with a stop, along with Sean Fitzsimmons, as we'll see some new jerseys in and out from this point forward for the Warriors. 3rd down, 9 to go for the Vikes. We're just underway in the second quarter. 30-0 Central Valley. This game has gone pretty much as expected so far. Pre-snap penalty. I will say this. I give Matt Weiss and his players a ton of credit for loading the bus up and coming down 376. We're out Broadhead Road. They just came down Broadhead Road to play against Central Valley with only 20 kids dressed tonight. In this age of COVID, you've seen a lot of schools pull the plug on games at the last minute. Brownsville comes to mind. They canceled their game this morning against East Allegheny. You just don't like to see that. I talked to Matt Weiss. He said, if I have 16 kids I can suit up, I'm playing the game, and here he is. So kudos to Aliquippa, Hopewell, for their efforts at coming down here tonight to Central Valley to play this football game. Outmatched on paper, and it's been an outmatched contest on the field so far. 30-0 Central Valley, and they'll have to punt it away again. Another high snap. Punter does a good job getting it away. Gets a low spiral. It's going to go out of bounds again. Javen Thompson. You see some Caden Colville.
First and 10, Central Valley's ball.
Out there on the offensive line now, some new players off and on, and let's see, it's I believe Johnson back at quarterback. Merritt's been in, Johnson's been in. They got to get both of these guys ready for the playoffs, so they're switching them around. And it is Johnson. He's going to throw for it, and the ball is dropped for a first down. Wide open was Jonathan Jones, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Johnson's back, instead of number 2, Jonathan Jones is incomplete. Second down.
Nick McCreary out there on the offensive line. His dad's a principal here, Sean, at Central Valley, one of the assistant coaches, one of the better offensive linemen in Monaca and Geneva history. De Niro Simpson on the inside reverse. He's got a first down and a few more, still on his feet, down to the 24-yard line. Simpson is a scat back. He is quick and shifty. Sophomore, not the biggest guy out there at 5'6", 130. Warriors obviously want to get to that 35-point lead, so they know the mercy clock will roll in the second half to move this game along. Johnson's going to keep it himself, and he's down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down for the Warriors. Beaver Falls now with a 21-0 lead over Riverside, moving into the second quarter. Nick Nardone has done a nice job with the Tigers turning their season around after some early season losses. Down to the 12 for the Warriors, first and 10. Johnson's going to throw for it high into the end zone, way over the head of the intended receiver. Pretty good coverage there by Hopewell, though. Might have been a good thing for Johnson to overthrow the receiver. Second down, 10 to go for the Warriors at the 12. Sidecar is Brett Fitzsimmons. He's going to get the football. No, Johnson's going to keep it and throw it. And that pass is incomplete behind the receiver. So the Warriors still trying to work on that passing game. However, a little bit of laundry down at the 5-yard line. Penalty flag on the play. Some contact in the secondary. We'll have to see how this goes. The receiver was cutting across the middle and was bumped. But he might have ran into the defender. And now they're going to say actually legal man downfield for the Warriors. So you would think Hopewell would decline that, though, and just accept the down. And they do. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. So penalty decline, 3rd down, 10 to go at the 12. They're in DeSantis field goal range if they want to decide that on 4th down. Fitzsimmons, though, Brett Fitzsimmons will take it into the end zone for the 12-yard touchdown. 36-0 Warriors. So Brett Fitzsimmons, the junior, the younger brother of Sean. Their older brother Reed played, graduated a couple years ago. And that kick is up and good. So it's 37-0 Central Valley. The second half will be played once again with their mercy clock, and we've seen that several times this year at Sarge Albert Stadium. Avonworth with a 17-0 lead over Quaker Valley in the second. They're licking their chops after facing the Warriors last Friday night. The Warriors went up Camp Horn Road and took care of business with a 43-6 victory over the Lopes. Aliquippa now up 28-0 over Newcastle, so they are celebrating at the pit tonight.
Sit down right there.
Kick's going to go into the end zone for the touchback.
First and 10. Hopewell ball around the 20-yard line.
37-0 Central Valley. Still most of the starters in there defensively, and as I said, they won't play next week, so they need to get these guys some playing time. They'll be on the road scouting in the first round of the playoffs. And that drive goes nowhere. Loose football. And who's got it? Looks like the Warriors come up with the fumble recovery, and they do. Matt Jerovac with the hit caused the fumble and got the fumble recovery. Well, you just can't have self-inflicted wounds if you're Hopewell, only dressing 20 kids and down 37-0 against the #1 team in the state. It's a recipe for disaster. And the Warriors are going to throw for it. Thompson's in the end zone, but out of reach of his hands. If you wonder why they're throwing the ball up 37-0, as I said, they've got to work on things. Their biggest focus is the playoffs. They have to get ready to play November football.
You're watching me.
Yeah, I told me to watch you guys. Make sure you don't need any help, you know?
Gotcha.
You can throw close corner down here if you want. Yeah.
Johnson's going to pitch it again, this time to Bible, who's breaking tackles down to the 10-yard line. Short of the first down by about 2 yards or so. Brings up 3rd down, 4 to go.
3rd down, 4.
Montour and Char Valley tied up at 7. Third down, 4 to go for the Warriors. Motion. I think that's going to go against the Warriors. And it will. Actually, a delay a game, not a motion penalty. That'll make it a 3rd and 9 now for the Warriors. Johnson in the end zone, too high for the receiver, Simpson. Johnson's been a little high tonight on his passes, so something that they'll have to work on. And they're going to let Serafino DeSantis try a field goal. Why not? You may need a field goal in the playoffs, as the Warriors are going to try to three-peat. They have won the last 2 WPIAL titles and, of course, the state title last year after falling short 2 years ago in the state title game. And that field goal is up, and that kick is good. 33-yard field goal by DeSantis is good. 40-0 Warriors now with the lead with 8:24 to go in this first half. Want to wish the Central Valley Little Warriors good luck in the playoffs tomorrow, as the Twerps and the Termites are still alive in the Beaver County Youth Football League playoffs. So good luck to the Little Warriors coaches and players as they continue on into the second round of the playoffs in youth football. Actually, some of the senior members of the high school team went down to talk to the Little Warriors at football practice this week, and I'm sure their eyes were as big as silver dollars talking to their high school heroes. Touchback, but a couple flags thrown on the play. But the Warriors were offsides on the kick or not. We'll wait and see here. Actually, a holding on Hopewell has declined. So the Vikings will take over to 20. Bit of sportsmanship there. They could have put the Vikings back at the 10, but the Warriors declined a penalty, leading at 40-0. Another fumbled snap. Pisano got it back and still picked up a couple yards. So that's a heck of an effort there by Isaiah Pisano. I give him a lot of credit on that. Matt Jarovac with another stop. Second down, 8 to go. Pass is complete for the first down, and a lot more out across the 40-yard line. Fedorko with the catch. Cameron Fedorko, the junior.
First and 10, Hopewell ball. Number 42.
That's what I'm saying.
Biggest game of the biggest gain of the game for Hopewell on that play. A lot of clean jerseys out there for the Warriors. Looks like a complete new 11.
Number 2, Jacob Bryant. Tackled for a loss by number 51, Tyler
Ondrusik with another stop. Pisano rolls left. Can't get to the outside. Now he does. Still breaking tackles. This kid might get the Ironman award tonight. Flag on the play.
Tackle by number 67, Jordan Karcheski.
Jordan Karcheski over with another stop. He's had a nice game defensively. Face mask on the Warriors, though, is going to give Hopewell 15 more and put them in Warrior territory.
Central Valley penalized 15 yards.
All the way down to the Warriors 41.
First and 10, Vikings ball to Central Valley 41.
Aliquippa's in a mercy roll. They lead at 35-0 over the Newcastle Red Hurricanes in the second. Pisano breaking tackles for a gain of 3.
Isaiah Pisano. That one number 9,
Malachi Parham on the stop for the Warriors. He's a junior.
Pick up a 3, second down 7. Ball resting on the 38.
5 minutes ago in this first half, Central Valley leads at 40-0. Inside run for about 3 or 4. Nolan Sachs with the football. He's only a 9th grader, so there's a lot of youth. There's not a lot of numbers, but a lot of these kids are young for Hopewell. As I mentioned, the middle school program's pretty strong. Pretty good numbers.
Number 36.
3rd down, 5 to go for the Vikes, but they're in 4 down territory. They'll take 2 more downs to get it if they have to. And no gain on the play. Good defense up the middle. Karcheski with another stop. Also Peyton Bauer. 4th down and 4 to go.
Fourth down 4.
Rochester leads Northgate 24-0. Matt Weiss's former head coach, Gene Matzel, going for career win number 200. The Hall of Famer, Eugene Matzel, one of the great guys in the WPIAL. Pass is incomplete, and he'll turn it over on downs.
All right, next series, Fitzy.
Keystone Oaks leads Ambridge 13-0 as well at the half.
First and 10 for the run 35.
Yes.
So the Warriors take over at their own 35. Thompson on the reception, and he's going to be short of the first down by a yard. Nice shoestring stop by Jacob Brunton. Brunton only a sophomore. Still some starters out there offensively. I think they want to try to work on his passing game a little bit because Johnson's been high on his tosses tonight. Saw him talking to Johnny George, the quarterback coach, on the sideline during that last set. And the Warriors, or check that, Hopewell takes a timeout. Cold, chilly night here at Sarge Albert Stadium. on Pink Out Night. Those of you that decided to stay home and check us out on the YouTube channel, brought to you by the Central Valley School District, we thank you for that. Thanks for watching and listening tonight. As your undefeated Warriors look to stay that way, 40-0 with 2:50 to go in this first half. Playoff pairings meetings will be announced tomorrow night, a little after 6 p.m. on the Trib Live Sports Network. Second down, 1 to go.
Second down, 1.
Johnson's going to have to keep it. That looked like a broken play. Johnson still on his feet all the way down to the 28-yard line. And a late hit. Looks like a penalty flag thrown on the play. Might actually not a late hit. I think that's going to be a horse collar tackle if you want to know the truth. I believe so. And it is a personal foul on Hopewell.
Personal foul against Hopewell.
So it was either a horse collar or a late hit. Doesn't matter. It's going to be 15 against the Vikes. And that'll put the Warriors all the way down. Let's see where they're going to mark it, about the 17-yard line. Johnson's going to throw it again. Has a man, Thompson. Thompson inside the 5. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line at the 2. So I would think they accomplished their goal because Johnson looked a lot crisper throwing the football on this drive than he has earlier on in the game. You know, the weather elements are something you're going to have to deal with throughout the playoffs. It isn't raining now, but the field is wet, so the ball's probably a little slippery, something that Johnson's going to have to get used to. Antoine will have to get used to throwing a wet ball. And Alexander goes into the end zone for the touchdown from 4 yards out. Actually, the touchdown is called off due to a holding penalty. So Landon gets 6 taken off the board.
10 yards, moves the ball back to the 14. First and goal.
It'll be first and goal actually now from the 14-yard line.
I hear you.
Johnson throws it to the right side, has a man, touchdown Warriors. Wide open on the far flat. So Donovan Jones with the touchdown reception. He was wide open, made one move, and took it right into the end zone for the 14-yard touchdown. So Antoine Johnson looking sharp on that drive. And I think that'll make Coach Lyons a lot happier because he looks sharp throwing the football. 47-0 Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, raffle basket tickets supporting breast cancer education and
Freedom Freedom and New Brighton tied at 6 at the half. That's a doozy. That game is for a playoff spot.
Please support breast cancer education and awareness.
Osh leads Cornell 7-0 in the second quarter. Beaver Falls now with a 42-0 lead. Kick to the 10. They're going to try to reverse. So a little razzle-dazzle by the Vikes, and we got a penalty on the play. Riverside really struggling this year, trailing Beaver Falls 42-0. They're another young squad.
It's like fucking, you know what? Give the fucking headphones to somebody else if you motherfuckers don't want to stop. Johnny's my boy, he's responsible.
Generally, it's half the distance.
Illegal block in the back by the Vikes on the kickoff return as they try to do a reverse.
First and 10.
Stacks. Why did he leave? Why did Shad leave?
Fedorka, the ball carrier, he loses yardage on the play, trying to run wide.
Just stay on that side. You stay there. Why do you leave?
Cameron Fedorka, ball carrier. Tackle for 20. Iowa Shed. Boston back to the 5-yard line. Second down 14.
Shad's just...
Gotta get out there,
Now we're lined up.
Nice player will see 417 hours.
It's not stacks, guys. It's all regular stuff. Okay, no, I'm just saying. I'll do 6. That's it.
Inside handoff again, short yardage, just second team unit defensively getting the job done. Problem for Hopewell is they just don't have the numbers to substitute, even though Central Valley's going to be playing second and third units the second half. These guys got to go the whole way for the Vikings. It's going to be very difficult.
Number 78, Justin Samuel.
Justin Samuel, the junior, with a stop. See if the Vikings try to get another playoff or not. Doesn't look like they will. They'll just let the clock run out. That is the end of the first half. Central Valley 47, Hopewell nothing. You're watching and listening to high school football on the YouTube channel of the Central Valley School District.
Big number in the 50-50 is 9, correction, 795, 579. 975, 795, 579. If you have a winning ticket, please bring it to the press box.
Undefeated Moon Area leads West Allegheny 11-3 at the half.
Our halftime show this year is entitled We've Got Games. That's right, our band will be playing selections from the most popular video games for you tonight. Senior drum major Kylie Brinza and junior drum major Jillian Morse. Is your band ready? All right, it looks like we're ready to get this show started just as soon as our Bike Cats finish choosing their bees. Let me tell you, you're gonna have a bad time if you miss our band playing Megalomania from Undertale. Gotta catch all of our show as we continue with the theme from the first season of Pokemon. Next up, hear our band roar as we play the theme from Skyrim, Dragonborn. Well, time is running up and we're all out of quarters. So it looks like it's time to wrap things up with Pinball Wizard from Tommy. Our band is under the direction of Mr. Kit Kuiper and assistant directors Mr. Jen Sutton and Mr. Kelsey Steele. Our Vikets coach is Mrs. Carol Morse. We thank you for your kind attention this evening and look forward to your continued support.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening and thank you for coming out to support the Central Valley High School's 11th annual Pink Out Game. 11 years ago, on October 28, 2011, two juniors began the annual Pink Out tradition to honor and celebrate their loved ones who fought breast cancer. This evening, we carry on this tradition by recognizing and celebrating those who have conquered this disease and remember those who have lost their battle. For the past 11 years, many Central Valley High School students have participated in this meaningful event by honoring their family members, loved ones, friends, and community members. Tonight, we are honored to carry on. Our 4 high school students organizing this event are Samantha Nicholson, Brianna Begley of the senior class, Dana Marvin and Kennedy Bauer of the junior class. Throughout the past month, these students have been fundraising for the Club Hope Foundation. Their fundraising efforts have consisted of selling Pink Out shirts, bracelets, raffle tickets, and candy. This evening, the students continue fundraising and accepting donations. Please consider supporting the efforts of these students. All donations and proceeds from this event will help those who have been diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, let's move on to the recognition ceremony. Tonight, we are honored to have several breast cancer survivors with us, so we may recognize their strength and courage, as well as to celebrate their victory in this battle. Please join me in welcoming these amazing women. We would like to take a minute now to introduce these incredible ladies. First, Jodie Brown. Jodie was diagnosed in November of 2014 and is currently in remission and cancer-free. Jodie Brown. Stacy Brown. Stacy was diagnosed in 2018 and is currently in remission. Stacy Brown. Karen Roper. Karen was diagnosed in June of 2017 and is currently in remission and free. Karen Roper. Tracy Patton. Tracy was diagnosed in 2006 and is currently in remission and cancer-free. Tracy Patton. Charmaine Campisi. Charmaine was diagnosed in October of 2014 and has been in remission and cancer-free for the last 5 years. Charmaine could not be here tonight. Her niece, Kayla Fuller, and Charmaine's great niece, Navia Connor, are here in her honor. Ladies and gentlemen, Campisi. How about a fine round of applause for these brave women? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the winners of the Pink Out Basket Raffle. Winning the Steeler basket is Dawn Neal. The popcorn basket, Dave Anderson. Movie night is Lila Cantito. The coffee basket is Dave Anderson. The lottery basket is Dave White. And the self-care basket is Tom Moab. You can claim these baskets down by the ramp near the concession stand. Once again, thank you for supporting breast cancer education and awareness.
Ray, we ready? And back for second half action. Both head coaches have agreed, due to the score of this football game, it's 47-0 Central Valley. We will be playing 8-minute quarters in the second half. Of course, they're normally 12, so to shorten the game a little bit, because Hopewell only has 19 kids dressed, and you know those kids have to play three ways: offense, defense, special teams. So to expedite the football game, we're going to shorten this game a little bit. And from my understanding, they still play with a mercy roll clock, so the clock won't stop on incomplete passes, only for timeouts and injuries. Central Valley will receive the second half kickoff as they defer the beginning of the football game. And again, these are options that are in the rule book that if both coaches agree to, they can do this, and it's been done before in games that have been one-sided. Kickoff is deep, but it's going to roll out of bounds. Now, Central Valley has a junior varsity game tomorrow, not against Hopewell, but they play Trinity. So the thing is, a lot of these kids that play JVs probably won't play tonight that much, because they've got to get up and play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock down at Trinity. So that also helps Central Valley if they have a quick clock. You want to play as many kids as you can, but you have to be cognizant of the fact that some of these kids got to dress tomorrow morning and play football, less than, 12 hours away. So the Warriors with the football to start the second half, leading it 47-0. Tight handoff, good yardage. Still on his feet out to the 45-yard line into Hopewell territory. That was Kyle Shadd, the senior. And now you have a Viking down on the play, and this is really what you hate to see, any injuries for a team that only dresses 19 kids. And even though the backups are out there, they're going to play hard. Kyle Shadd, at any time he's gotten an opportunity late in games, he's delivered a mail for the Warriors. Pretty good back to have off of the bench. Lawrence Kazenzel, he's wearing number 50, we find out, so he's walks off the field under his own power. Shadd again with the football. Kyle Shadd with about 8 yards. He loses it. And they're going to say he was down, though. So Hopewell came up with it, but Shadd's knee was on the turf before the fumble, so it'll be a gain of 7. Second down, 3 to go for the Warriors. Get a chance, we'll run down some of the scores that we have throughout the valley. Rochester leading Northgate 30-0 at the half. Shadd with the football, and good enough for the first down. Some of the scores that we had: Freedom and New Brighton at the half tied at 6. Blackhawk 8, Beaver 0. Aliquippa 35, Newcastle 0. Beaver Falls over Riverside 42-0. Most of these are halftime scores or near. At the half, Keystone Oaks 13, Ambridge 0. Rochester now 30-0 over Northgate. Moon 11-3 over West Allegheny at the half. Olds was leading Cornell 7-0. In at quarterback is Steve Rutherford, the freshman. I want to thank Wayne Marcello for the updates, and also Bill Boggs and our friends at the Western Pennsylvania High School Scores and Updates website. Bill Boggs does an awful lot for high school sports throughout the WPIAL, and we appreciate his scores.
Game 3, second down.
Moon now leads 18-3 over West Allegheny. Tigers looking for their first undefeated season ever. Short gain up the middle. Kyle Shad again. Rutherford's going to throw for it. Has a man. Pass is complete. That pass caught by Tyler Young. Pisano came up and made the stop. This kid's played everywhere tonight. Shad with the football down to the 10, but a couple flags on the play. This might be coming back a little bit. Got a hold on the Warriors. Big game of the night was supposed to be Bell Vernon and McKeesport, but Bell Vernon was up big 32-7 over the Port. So Bell Vernon on their home beach, they call it, because they have a gold turf at Bell Vernon, with the big lead over McKeesport, who beat Thomas Jefferson last week. Inside jet sweep to Tyler Young, the junior. Got a couple. Second down, 10 to go for the Warriors. As I mentioned earlier, 8-minute quarters in the second half due to the score of this one and the numbers for Hopewell. Both coaches have agreed to this situation. 8-minute quarters with the mercy rule. Rutherford trying to get to the outside, and he's brought down for a big loss. Nice defensive play there by the Vikes. On the stop for Hopewell was Gregory Barlion and also Caleb McCoy. Third down, 16 to go.
Lost it back to the 29-yard line. Third down, 16.
Third and 16 to go. Pass is caught at the 20-yard line. Inside the 20 to the 19 with the catch. On the catch for Central Valley was David Fetkovich. So a lot of young players getting some playing time tonight. Fourth down and 6 to go. Warriors will just go for it. They'll forego the field goal attempt. Let Rutherford sling it. Pass is caught and no, dropped. Had it momentarily was Brady Hudson, but couldn't hold on to it. Pretty good defensive play by the Vikings, Nolan Sachs. He came up to strip the football away. So Hopewell will take over on downs. Some good ball movement by the backups offensively for the Warriors there. As Hopewell will come out offensively for the first time in the second half. At the half, Montour and Chartiers Valley tied up at 20. Pisano takes off to his left, and he's got good yardage, a first down and a whole lot more, out across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Isaiah Pisano. And you'll hear the same names because, quite frankly, they just don't have the depth to make substitutions. Inside handoff, short gain on the play. Good tackle there by the Warriors, Chris Bullock. And Bullock comes up with the stop on Jacob Brunton. Brunton only a 10th grader. Bullock got over there in a hurry. Second down, 8 to go for the Vikes.
Guys, we found this down in the stands and there was nobody around. It's got some money in it. I don't think it has any ID.
Up the gut for the gain of a couple. And that'll be it after the third quarter. We'll be back for fourth quarter action. Central Valley still leads it 47-0. Moon area now with a 25-3 lead, so things looking good for the Tigers to earn the number 1 seed in 5A, as they will finish undefeated for the first time ever in the regular season. Hopewell, 3rd and 4 as we start fourth quarter action in our 8-minute quarters on the Mercy Roll, moving fast. Jet sweep, Fedorka, he's got the corner, nice yardage. Got the first down into Warrior territory to about the 41-yard line. Defensively for the Warriors is Keegan Adamson and Makai Parham.
So you gotta get over to defense. So you hit the bottom of the screen. There's something right there. Hit that, and then switch it over and hit that.
First down, Vikings at the Warrior 42. Pisano keeps it. Pisano with decent yardage, still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds by Marcus Lawson. Abrams Tatalovich there as well, the son of defensive coordinator Wayne Tatalovich. Second down, 6 to go for the Hopewell Vikings.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, you're almost like 2 days behind what you actually get to the season.
Mix up. Pisano has to keep it, and he's still on his feet. And he's got a Hopewell first down. I cannot say enough about this effort of Isaiah Pisano tonight for the Hopewell Vikings. Playing quarterback, defense, a deep guy on kickoffs. He might have drove the bus here from Hopewell High for all I know. Fedorko inside handoff, short yardage, gain of a couple. Dominic Biancucci in on a stop for the Warriors, who's in there with a big wrap on that hand, had a little wrist injury, unable to snap the ball tonight evidently, playing on a defensive line instead. Pass by Pisano is a little low for the intended receiver. Had pretty good pressure up front. Good pressure by Dylan Chimilli. Third down, 7 to go. Pisano's going to throw it downfield again. Fedorko has it. He had the first down, but he made a move backwards, and now he's going to be short of the sticks. And I think they'll have to turn it over on downs. They will. Well, they actually checked that. That brings up fourth down. So my mistake. 4th down and 2. And the Vikes will go for it, obviously. And he has it, Fedorko. Down to about the 16-yard line, power run. Fedorko up the gut. Hopewell working hard to try to get into the end zone. Cannot blame them. Second down, 7 to go for the Vikes. 2:52 left in the ball game. 47-0 Central Valley. Pisano's going to keep it. Pisano's going to get to the outside. Pisano's in for the touchdown. 13-yard run for Isaiah Pisano, and that is poetic justice for the Viking quarterback. Let's see if they go for 2 or they're going to try. They're going to kick it. No, they are going to go for 2. They're set out a shotgun. Fedorko is up the middle. He's going to be short. So it'll stay at 47-6 with 2:30 to go. Hopewell touchdown by Isaiah Pisano. Running down the Warrior scores, just to recap. Landon Alexander had a 7-yard touchdown run. Matt Merritt had a 6-yard touchdown run. Landon Alexander with a 60-yard touchdown run. Central Valley added a safety. We had a pick 6 by Rylan Jeter for a touchdown. 12-yard touchdown run by Brett Fitzsimmons. 33-yard field goal by Serafino DeSantis, who was perfect on his extra points tonight, and a 14-yard touchdown reception by Donovan Jones. All that scoring in the first half for the Warriors. As we have played 8-minute quarters with the mercy clock. So the Vikings will kick it off. You wonder if they'll even try an onside here, possibly. 2 minutes in the ball game. 47-6, the Warriors with the big lead. They have substituted liberally since the second quarter, and they kick it straight away. It goes out of bounds. Warriors at the 45. Check that, 35. Central Valley will go on to win their 22nd football game in a row. They were 12-0 last year, winning the state title. 10-0 this year. They will be the #1 seed in the WPIAL Class AAA playoffs. They'll have a bye next week and play at home 2 weeks from tonight. Stay tuned. We hope to be able to bring you that one on the Central Valley School District YouTube site, but that remains to be seen based on playoff contractual obligations, but hopefully we can be with you in 2 weeks. Short gain up the middle. Jackson Anderson that time with the football. Donovan Matzuk into the lineup for Central Valley. His father, Ryan, of course, won a state title with the Beaver Falls Fighting Tigers. Currently employed in administration in the Moon Area School District, but the Matzuks, residents of Center Township. Good to see Donovan, the 9th grader, out on the field. I can remember when that young man was born. 3rd down, 4 to go for the Warriors. Inside handoff. 1st down, good run. Out across midfield. 1st down for the Warriors. That was Logan Brasos with the carry. His dad Cecil on the staff here at Central Valley. Great athlete at Western Beaver in his own right. Great young man as well, Cecil. Great addition to this Mark Lyons staff. That time, Mikhail Steele with the football, a freshman. Under 35 seconds to go. Getting the 1st down that time was Mackay Parham, and That's going to wrap things up here at Sarge Albert Stadium. Final play of the football game. Central Valley goes into the playoffs as the #1 seed. They'll be 10-0 and undefeated. Hopewell with a rough season ends at 0-9. Final score here at Central Valley tonight: the Central Valley Warriors 47 and the Hopewell Vikings 6. Good night, everyone, and thanks for watching us on the Central Valley